Honestly, I feel like the player base is very torn on this one because this aircraft used to actually dominate the BR it sits at, and then it was nerfed pretty badly, and then it was rebuffed not too long ago. In this video, we're going to be going over the Harrier GR1 and its missile, the SRAAM, or the Short-Ranged Air-to-Air Missile. Before we dive into this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and subscribed. Only 11% of my current viewers are subscribed. I appreciate all the support, and it means the world to me. If we can get that up to 15%, that would be amazing. So the Harrier GR1 is a premium that's been in the game now for several years, and it has a missile that is only found on a handful of other aircraft. And yes, I do understand that the other aircraft that have the Meteor, or not the Meteor, the SRAAM, like the Hunter, are air quote better aircraft, but I wanted to showcase the premium GR1 because I honestly think that with the SRAAM and the Harrier, it's the best duo, missile aircraft duo we have in the game for premium aircraft. Now, if you guys aren't too familiar with the SRAAM, it was the first ever thrust vectoring missile added to warthunder, and it was an incredibly wacky missile. It can pull insane Gs. I mean, I think it's 50 G capable. I don't think it says that on the stat card, but seeing what the missile does, I'd be shocked if it hasn't hit 50 Gs on some of these shots. I think the stat card only says it's like 30 G capable, if that, probably way less if I remember correctly, but it pulls immediately. Now, the missile was kind of iffy for a long time because it was incredibly short-ranged. I mean, essentially you're using this thing just outside of your, guns, really, and if the target was flying away from you, it would not hit. Now, I want to note one thing. In the video, when I'm playing, you're going to note a lot of these missile shots are actually a little bit, you can shoot a little farther away now with the missile buff. Now, I want to note that's not how I've played the aircraft, because I played this when it was exclusively before the buff, when you had to use the missiles so short. You can use them a lot farther now. I just have a hard time doing that because it's just in my brain because I used it for so long, but you can use it a little bit farther than you're used to be able to. It just depends on your airspeed, your target's airspeed, all of those good things. I'm not going to get very technical about it because I just prefer playing the vehicle and seeing how it performs being, in actual use. So essentially what's happened now in War Thunder, the SRAM's received a buff where it actually can guide for a little bit longer. It used to be it would guide for, I believe it was only 3 or 4 seconds, and then it immediately combust. The farthest shot I ever had was 0.75 miles. That was the farthest I ever had a kill with it. Since they've changed it and made it a little bit better, the farthest kill I've had with it is 1.3 miles, which is almost double what it used to be able to do, which is a massive thing when you have a missile that essentially back then, and even now, almost never missed when used properly. I've never had this thing miss when I've used it within its actual parameters. The only thing I've ever had is me shoot it either too far away, so user error, or I've had it flared, because the missile, it isn't flare resistant at all. It's absolutely able to be 1 or 2 flared. Now, the Harrier GR1, the downside to the aircraft, and that's why I said earlier the Hunter is such a better plane for the SRAAM, you have a hard time getting into actual spots to use your short-range missiles. Remember, these are incredibly short-ranged. Even with the buff, they still function at incredibly close ranges. You cannot use this missile very far. And the Harrier is still a pretty sluggish and slow aircraft. You're not going to be able to hit shots terribly far away. You have to be able to perform, you have to be able to maneuver to get your missile shot, and you have a hard time doing that with the Harrier. And I still think it's actually good. I still think it's worth it. I have no regrets with this aircraft. I think the biggest downside is, one, you're sluggish, you're not Mach capable, at least unless you're in a dive. So you're very sluggish. You have a hard time getting your missiles off the rails properly. But when you can, the missiles perform amazing. Sitting at a BR of 9.7, if you get a down tier or you're at your own BR, this is one of the best aircraft in the game, hands down. I mean, even if you disagree with the Harrier flight model, which it still is a little weird with how hot the engines get, it's still an amazing aircraft. This is still one of the best aircraft in the game, hands down. It's very hard to disagree with that statement. You have an aircraft that can dogfight with thrust vectoring, it has short-range air-to-air missiles, which are phenomenal, and you have 30mm cannons. It can do whatever you need it to do, and being full honest. And you can also bomb bases and bring rockets as flares if you really wanted to. So you can absolutely do any mission with this aircraft, and you can do it pretty well. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. Do you guys think the SRAAM and Harrier duo is one of the best in the game, or do you think it's kind of meh or so-and-so? Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord link down below in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video.